Hey, what's going on? My name is Rosebud. Welcome to my channel, Psychic Therapy for the Soul. This is going to be a reading for Gemini for the month of February. All right, let's get started, Gemini. So we're going to start off with reading for the theme of the month, and I am using the Embodiment Witch Oracle deck and the Sacred Medicine Oracle deck to see the theme for the month of February. Then we're going to dive deep into my tarot spread, in which I created using the Wild Reflection Tarot. You can get these decks from my Amazon store, which I will put into the description. All right, so let's get started for Gemini. So what's going on with Gemini for the month of February? Show me Gemini. Memory. Wow. I'm going to pull cards from the other Oracle deck as well. Show me Gemini. For the month of February. Too many cards. Whole stack of came out. We don't got time for that, Gemini. Come on. Show me Gemini for the month of February. Strawberry. Nice. Time to eat some antioxidants, Gemini. Time to eat some Geminis. Time to eat some strawberries. Time to eat some love. Some love. Okay, interesting. Okay, so you got memory as the first card that came out. And you got strawberry love. 2-2. So this month you're quite focused on connecting with another. You know, you're not just nourishing yourself because, you know, you're growing a bunch of strawberries. There's more than enough to share, right? A crop of them. So you're not just nourishing yourself, but you're also nourishing another in which you care about. Because 2 is about 2 is about caring for a partner, but then 2 + 2 = 4, which is about caring for a small community. So it's like you're learning to share your love with others. This could be because of a fond memory in which you have of a person in your life. This could be your spouse in which you have like spent many years with, and you're just kind of looking at your pictures of your youth and how it used to be. There's some kind of memory here in which you're tapping into and you are connecting to in order to really deepen the love in which you guys both share. I'm being kind of pulled into the necklace. This is how do I not remember the name of this? Okay, it's in the Catholic religion. I have a bunch on my wall. They're beads, and you pray on each bead all the way until you reach the cross. Anyhow, you might be a religious person or a very spiritual person. You have some incense burning here, and you could be praying on or with your person in which you're deeply connected to. And you're very fond of these memories that you've shared with this person. Okay, nice. So how is Gemini entering the month of February? Rosary. It's called Rosary. Okay. How is Gemini entering the month of February? The Three of Wands in reverse. Interesting. Okay. I don't really like seeing this card in reverse. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're no longer planning a future. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing. It's just that you may have always been looking out for your next destination, for your next activity, for your next goal or challenge, but you're in reverse now, and it's like you're no longer looking for that. You're choosing to be present and very aware of where you are right now. You could be retired, or you could be just about to retire, or you're just choosing to appreciate what you truly have now and nourish yourself, love yourself, be fond of the memories that you have created in your life, and just be really present and focus on healing, because you got the star here at the bottom, which is all about healing. Maybe you need to regain your faith. Maybe you need to, my nose is itchy, maybe you need to restore your faith, and you could be praying more. Maybe you're talking to a lost loved one from the past, but really kind of nourishing yourself, being present where you are, restoring your faith, healing, refreshing yourself, cleansing, and just kind of being in the now, in the moment. So that's your February. That's how you're entering February. Okay. What is your hopes and desires for the month of February? My nose is like stuff. Show me your hopes and desires for the month of February. The King of Cups. Okay, so you're ready to change who you are. You're ready to change how you've been doing things. You're stepping into the energy of the horse, which starts mid-February, actually, and you're calling everybody home. You're calling everybody home. This could be like different aspects of yourself, different pieces of yourself, in which you're calling home from the depths of your subconscious. So you're calling out into the ocean. You could be calling physically people, like you could be physically calling people to come home. And there's this energy here where you just kind of want to dance and flow and be in the depths of your emotions and be this supportive father figure and kind of embodying this beautiful, emotional, loving energy. You could be really trying to be there for another person. You really want to share your love. You want to be giving. You want to be nourishing. You want to help give to others. You want to love others. There's not really much more that I could say about that. It just really feels like you're calling everybody to you that you feel are very important to you. You're appreciating what you have, and you're trying to love everybody as a result. With what you got. You're trying to feed everybody strawberries. Okay. Okay, cool. I feel too like you're just being more receptive. You know what I mean? Like you're restoring your faith in the present moment. You're being more receptive. You're no longer trying to go for the next best thing. You're trying to be in the now. I mean, you sound like a retired person, but of course it's also very good to just be, you could be just incredibly successful now when you have everything that you need and you just want to share it. Okay. What is your solution and advice to overcome your challenges and obstacles? So what is your secret weapon? Oh, sorry, we skipped one. What are your obstacles and challenges to reach your desires and your hopes? So your enemies. What are your challenges and obstacles to reach this King of Cups state? I'll have to temporarily walk away from my spontaneous ideas. Okay, so you have a lot of like excitement in you, and you know, the divine always gives you, you know, more ideas, more creative sparks, and you tend to be the person that takes action on them. You're a visionary. However, you've put that visionary to rest. Maybe you're nurturing your body. Maybe you know right now that you have to take a break. Maybe you have to take a moment to appreciate where you are. So the challenge for you is to temporarily put that Ace of Wands away, to walk away temporarily from the Ace of Wands, to walk away temporarily from that desire to take that step, to take action. And that is incredibly challenging for you. You're very dynamic energy, Gemini. You love to be active. You love to go, you love to take action on that flame, that spark, and that this is actually very, very difficult for you to be patient. So something in your life has occurred. This could be an injury, it could be an illness, or it could just be this need to know that you need to like replenish yourself. And it's requiring you to be very patient right now in taming this fire and walking away from this desire to take action, and just focusing on healing and nurturing yourself and giving yourself love and being more receptive instead of active. Okay. Yeah, it is hard. I have this thing right now with my ankle. I got this weird pain in my ankle, a little bit of a pain in my wrist, and I wasn't able to go to soccer yesterday, and it was very painful for me to not go. I really wanted to. It was my first game of the season, finally getting back into soccer after so many years of not being there because of my knee injury. And I couldn't go because I hurt my ankle from overuse, like overwalking, and basketball. On Sunday, I just really felt it. It was painful, and I have this brace on right now, and I have no idea what's going on. You know what I mean? I don't understand why it hurts because it doesn't feel like a sprain. But I know that I have to be patient, as this amateur athlete in me is like, I need to follow the Ace of Wands. So I totally understand what this is, and it sucks. It sucks so bad. You know what I mean? And I'm just like praying. I'm praying. I'm literally being this person praying that it's gonna heal, and I'm gonna be playing basketball and soccer again every week, and I'm gonna be running, and everything's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? So you're temporarily walking away in order to nourish yourself and have more antioxidants and have strawberries and give yourself the fuel that you need to overcome whatever this challenge is that requires you to rest and heal. Okay. So what are the solutions? I already did that? No, I didn't. So what are the solutions and advice to overcome these challenges and obstacles? What is your secret weapon, Gemini? What is your secret weapon, Gemini, for the month of February to overcome these challenges and obstacles? The Four of Wands. Amazing. So you don't need to look outside yourself in order to have a celebration. The celebration is already in your life. So you're calling your people in, and you're like, hey, everybody that I love is coming into my energy. I need healing, I need love, and I need to give as well. I just need to feel the the love, you know what I'm saying? And let's all have a good time as a result. Let's have a good time, let's celebrate, let's have a party, let's enjoy what we got, let's be present, and we don't have to look outside of ourselves to have a celebration, have a good time. The good time is now, the good time is here. Cool. So that's the solution to overcome this temporary desire to act upon this Ace of Wands. How is Gemini finishing this month? How is Gemini finishing this month? The Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. I was kind of hoping for a positive outcome. So Gemini, the Two of Cups here in reverse, you're finishing this month separating yourself from some kind of partnership, and it landed kind of on the bottom of the King of Cups. So maybe the only way for you to be able to be more receptive to what your heart is telling you or what you need to disconnect from some kind of partnership in your life here that wasn't working. There's some kind of discontentment in that connection. There's some kind of disconnection, and there's a need here to separate yourself from that, and you're choosing to do that. I don't know if that's the advice. It just feels like that's how you're ending the month here, disconnected from this partnership. It could be just it could just be time to let go. Like it could be time to let go in order for you to truly embrace what you really need. Okay, doesn't have to be a bad thing. It could be a beautiful thing, you know. Especially if you're embodying the King of Cups, which is your hopes and desires, to truly follow your heart, to truly follow what you love, right? And sometimes that means leaving certain things behind. Okay, so let's take a look at this oracle card here. What's the self-care advice for the month of February for Gemini? Okay, take a coffee break. So you've been working too hard. Take a coffee break. Take some time to yourself. Drink some tea. You know, do what's good for you. Nourish yourself, right? So take more breaks. Take some coffee breaks. Take some time to also like play. You know, this woman is like skateboarding and stuff. Do things that are nourishing to your soul, you know what I mean? That do not require too much strain from you. Do what makes you happy. Follow your intuition. You know, be very receptive to what you need. So if you need a break, take a break. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird reading. It is. Because my natural instinct is telling me that you're needing to create a vision and you're trying to visualize, but perhaps that's going to come later after you've been receptive to what you need, and then thus can create the future. You know, don't give up. Don't give up. All right, that's it, Gemini.